23rd. Yeah. We have a show for those of you that are here, and for those of you who are here that don't think there's a show, just continue. These people came in and they left. Hello, Nick Rambo. Hello, Haru. Hello, and the people coming in. Hello, Explorer. So, anyhow, we got to have some fun and talk about some things that are going on in the world. I thought this was good. How many of you got into the whole Wiener thing? Okay, so there's a whole bunch. Yeah, right. Well, this.
He didn't send anything to me.
Yeah. What was it? There was
I feel
one.
left out.
Yeah, you realize he could not teach in a public school in New York. You don't know that, right? But he can be mayor. Yeah. But I like this. Let me see if I can find these. Here are the best tweets on Wiener. I never thought I'd look at anything from Anthony Weiner on my phone again. Here's another one. I fully endorse Anthony Weiner's effort to turn New York City into a punchline. Toronto needs a break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Anthony Weiner just announced that he's running for mayor, and we already have definitive proof that he's rising in the polls.
Oh.
I like one somewhere I read this thing that somebody said, thank God, maybe they won't know what's happening in Detroit. Let's see what else. Did you hear about Weiner? It appears he's sticking his head in the mayoral race, but it just may be the tip. Okay. Anthony Weiner's announced his New York City mayor's race this morning. His new video announcement claims nobody will work harder.
Okay.
Jeez.
For mayoral candidate, Anthony Weiner will be a long and hard, but he'll stick it out. It's so bad.
It's so easy and funny.
Anthony Weiner's mayoral campaign slogan is "Picture this."
Oh God!
Here's Anthony Weiner singing "If I Only Had a Brain."
If I only had a brain.
And his code word is what? Danger, Danger? Carlos Danger?
What?
His nickname is Carlos Danger?
I don't know. The whole thing is just ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, it's just wild
Why
stuff.
would he
Really,
do something like that, Doctor?
Because he's a sex addict. He is definitely addicted to sex.
I'm waiting for what Spitz is doing next.
Oh, God. He was sending under his alias, right? He was sending pictures of his facing, as we say in Yiddish.
Oh,
As
God, yeah.
What? Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger is what he sent it out as, yeah?
Yes.
Isn't there somebody? Yeah.
Call me Danger. Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger. Isn't CD a disease?
Yeah.
CD, he's got CD, cognitive disorder.
Did you see that one? Did you see
What?
Haroldo?
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
here's what you look like at 70. And then the towel stops.
Oh, I saw that, right.
Oh,
Right,
God.
but I saw all that fluffy gray hair popping all over the place, you know?
Yeah. I think he's had work.
You know, look, this is it, you know? The whole nation should get naked on one day and see what happens.
I agree with that.
So just to remind
Did
you,
you get
just
that, Pearly?
the difference of today and yesterday and the rest. In 1950s, this was the from Housekeeping Monthly. What a good housewife would be like. Okay.
Okay.
So this was have dinner ready, plan ahead even the night before to have a delicious meal ready on time for his return. This is the way of letting him know that you've been thinking about him and are concerned about his needs. Most men are hungry when they come home, and the prospect of a good meal, his favorite dish, is part of the warm welcome needed. Right. I can just see that Wiener's wife is all thinking reading this thing, right? Here's another one. Prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup, put a ribbon in your hair, and be fresh looking. He's just been with a lot of work-weary people. Here's another one. Listen to him.
When
You
was
may
that
have
published? 1950?
Yeah, 1955. You may
Oh,
have
sorry.
a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the time. Let him talk first. Remember, his topics of conversation are more important than yours.
Oh, yeah.
Make the evening his. Never complain if he comes home late or goes out for dinner or if he doesn't come home at all. Instead, try to understand
Does it say that?
Yeah, and pressure. It is a very real need to be home and relax. It says here, so you get the line. Don't complain if he's late home for dinner, even if he stays out all night. Count this as a minor compared to what he might have gone through during the day.
Okay.
All right. Arrange his pillow and offer to take off his shoes, speak in a low, soothing, and pleasant voice. Don't ask him questions about his actions or question his judgment or integrity. Remember, he's the master of the house, and as such will always exercise his will with fairness and truthfulness. You have no right to question him. Don't you think that Sandusky's wife read this shit?
I'm sorry, were the editors back in those days were men by any chance?
So I just got this out of the Second Life Monthly. Plan ahead. Buy a nice Kajira outfit and wear it when he returns to Second Life. This is a way of letting him know what he'd like to see if he can find his attachment. Right. Prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be refreshed when he arrives. Wear new makeup. Detach and delete old hair. You are listening to him while you're actually listening to Pandora. Let him talk and talk and talk, and in your sweetest voice from time to time, tell him how sexy he looks.
That's brilliant.
Make the evening his. Never complain if he doesn't come online anymore. Instead, just think of it as time out and gore. Arrange his pillow with interesting animations. Speak in a low, soothing, sexy voice, since he really doesn't know you weigh 300 pounds and are 5'1". Oh yeah. Don't ask him why he went to that sex club last night. There you go. So that's my the updated version. All right. Is that good? Yeah.
I love it.
I went into Giorgio Armani. Now you guys know that's like a really expensive place. They had
Yeah.
everything 50% off, and it was still twice as much as I could possibly afford. But I have to tell you something.
Fabric is
Beautiful
gorgeous.
fabrics and a lot of stuff in gray and black. So I went up to the sales lady. I said, "Could you just rebake the whole place? I'd like to see some color."
Yeah, did you catch me shopping there? Take this.
Yes,
See Capo in
it's a
the
place for a thin and rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think I looked at the shirts there. I was positive that the whatever his name was, what was his name? Something Gray from 50 Shades of Grey. What was his first name? Anybody remember? Nobody remembers. Who cares? Right.
No.
So.
How elaborate.
Isn't that great? Yeah. So the 1950s housewife. Don't you just love that? I mean, that's great stuff. That's great. All right, who's opened a Snickers bar? That's not allowed, okay? Anastasia. That was the Anastasia. Very good. Kurt.
Anesthesia.
Yeah. And I like this today. Apparently, I read this early, but the Supreme Court is instructing on disciplinary action taken against harassers. Now, did you guys see some of this today? This was great. May be appropriate and even required before the investigation is started. That is, determine that the harasser is even a harasser, you should just arrest them, right? Perfect. That's going to change things.
So how do you
Yay.
arrest Anthony Scalia first?
I don't know.
There you
But
go. There you go.
there you go. So let's see, what else do we have here today that's kind of interesting? There's not that much. Well, we do know that there's the royal couple making their first appearance with the infant son. I mean, you can see that whole British healthcare system isn't that good. They had to get out of the hospital in less than 24 hours.
24 hours.
Is that right, White Queen?
Yeah.
God, couldn't they give her a break?
Yeah, but she came out. She looked pretty good. She really did come out looking very good. Yeah, I tell you.
I wonder if she had a kid at all.
No, that's photoshopped.
Yeah. There
That's a good Photoshop.
Yeah, and you gotta love it. Now Haley says that. Oh yes, I saw the picture of his wife. There is Anthony Weiner's wife. Oh my God,
She's beautiful.
it's like, yeah. She's gonna muzzle him. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't want to be at his house. Yeah, again.
I mean,
Last
God.
time she was pregnant. It was really
I
funny.
mean, he's unbelievable. He's just unbelievable. The guy is just like, what can I tell
Addicted.
you?
He is a sex addict. Really.
Well, no, he's a sick addict. You know,
there we go.
You can enjoy sex with people that say yes that are part of your partners, and that's fine. You know, he's a
Right.
sick addict.
Or
That's
even
what he is.
sexting to someone
Yeah.
you know who wants
Yeah.
the sexting.
Right.
But to strange people, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, and especially
No.
if you're married. Okay, it's not
How
really
many
a
of them
smart
were
thing to
men?
be doing. Yeah.
And if you're a
How many of them were
senator,
men? Yeah.
I thought this quote
Running
of his
for
was
mayor.
particularly exciting. He said, "This behavior is behind me." I don't know if he meant what kind of behind.
so now we're going to get tush pictures.
Oh, absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, this was one of the comments. It says, "Please vote him in, New York. I live in Detroit, and now we need to have the nation's attention diverted to us." And another one said, "Are you telling me that when these guys make public apologies, they don't really mean them?"
Oh no! I
Oh,
couldn't
no.
possibly imagine that. Oh dear.
That sports guy, too. What was he, Lauren? Did you hear about him?
Yeah,
Some
what was
sports
it?
guy was-
Ryan Brown or whatever
yeah,
his name was?
quoted it.
Yeah.
Sounded just like Anthony Weiner.
Yeah, they all have the same thing. It's all nice. It's all absolutely worked out. Yeah, and it depends. Yeah, yeah. So, so I gotta tell you, I love it. Anyhow, enough of that stuff, right? We had enough of that. All right, enough of that stuff. We've done.
Never
we've
be
worked
enough
that,
of that.
We've worked that to death.
That's so hysterical.
Yep. Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit. In case you
Menthol
didn't know that.
cigarettes?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that. And this I thought was kind of fun in the paper. It says Apple tops profit. I didn't know they made tops yet. Is Apple making tops?
I hear they've got more. I hear they have more cash on hand than the U.S. government.
Well, the U.S. government doesn't need any cash because they've got whatever the U.S. people have.
They're like the Lindens. They can just print some more.
Yeah, they got no problem. Right. They're just like the Lindens, as a matter of fact. You get up in the morning and half the time the system isn't working. Do you really need a different screen name if your real name is Anthony Weiner? Yeah, somebody should go out and actually get like a tweet name Anthony Weiner and start writing things.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just great. Life is just fantastic. So, so we've got, we have Catboy. We also have Tamara, who's going to be singing in a while. I don't know if Doc is here. He was trying to get sound working. If anybody sees him, just let me know. And if there's anybody new out there that's just dying to get on stage, let me know too. And I'm sorry I missed all of you last week. I was enjoying myself.
Mm.
Yeah, and I didn't
So
put
are
any
we.
of it on a tweet. I didn't need to tweet it because it was happening, right? Yeah, so there we go. All right, Catboy, you want to get up here and do
Sure.
your gig?
All right.
All right, come on up
So
here.
stand up.
Hey, Catboy.
Get up on stage without
Catboy.
bumping into and crashing into
Yeah.
everything. Oh, it's not that bad tonight.
Oh, it's not so bad.
The leg.
But don't worry, we can make it worse real soon. Just
Oh,
wait.
great.
Screw it up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I had to open my big mouth.
No,
All
it's
right,
your
plenty
new
of-
computer. It's your
Oh,
new
I'll get to that in just a second. I will get to that. But right now I want to talk about what's on the news and what's on right behind me. The royal family just had a new baby boy. Future King of England was born yesterday. I love how one BBC presenter put it when they were doing all the coverage, and he said, "We have plenty of updates. None of it is news, by the way, but there'll be lots of updates coming all day long." That's real. He actually said that. We don't have a lick of news for you today. We just got updates about the baby. We have a baby. That's it. Literally. Okay, plenty of people thought the baby was going to be a girl. They even recently changed the law so that the firstborn is next in line, regardless of what sex they are. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the only reason why Queen Elizabeth is queen was because she had no brothers. Now, if she had a younger brother that came after her, she would have been kicked to the curb like garbage in favor of a king. But the new law nixes that. So there's some progress had been made in favor of women. Although I get a kick out of when Americans say there's a big deal that you might have a female president elected in 2016, because in Canada, we've had a female queen, a female prime minister, and a female attorney general all at the same time. So what the heck is a president compared to that? Anyone? No. No, some of you might ask us, why do we still call Elizabeth our queen? Canada was supposed to have a constitutional independence, and that's true. But she is still our queen. As a matter of fact, her face is still being printed on our money, I'm assuming for a reason. And when she dies, King Charles will be printed on our money. All I have to say about that is, you think our money's goofy looking now?
Do they morph so that when they get older, it gets older? Or does it still have a young picture?
Yes! As a matter of fact, yes, they do. They update it about every 4 or 5 years, and the latest artwork made her look like a man. I swear to God, we got a drag queen on our money. That's what it looks like, and it's not me. That's exactly what it looks like. Okay. Now, I do it. Oh, the good news, they was asking about my brand new computer. I got a brand new Asus computer. I've had it for less than 24 hours, and I'm very happy to report that I've only had to perform 17 updates on McAfee antivirus up till date. Only 17. That's a record. I'm doing pretty good. Now, I'm not on the new computer right now. I'm on my old laptop because the new computer is busy updating McAfee antivirus. By the last time I checked my McAfee account for the whole 5 minutes it lasted before needing another update, my account told me that I was not connected to the internet. And I said, I know I'm not connected to the internet. Stop making fun of me. It's because you're too busy updating McAfee antivirus. You know, it's just thumbing its nose at me going, yeah, you're not on the internet. That's what it's doing. Anyway, I heard speaking about computers, I heard a really interesting poll, which I think is greatly inaccurate, and that is a poll taken recently says that 28% of people who work in IT positions do not tell their friends or family that that's what they do for a living for fear that they'll have to provide everybody free IT support. Only 28%, let me tell you something, 28% admitted to doing that, the other 72 are keeping their mouths shut. All right? Because they're the smart ones. There's a good reason why they hide it. One thing that people do that is really annoying is a lot of people really have this all or nothing attitude towards knowledge in computers. Like if you have a job that is just the tiniest bit related to computers, like if you're a data entry or if you're administrative assistant, or you're just like a janitor who has to clean the top of a computer, you just touch one for a living and someone will say, you know everything about computers. And before you have a chance to breathe, they just say, I got this problem with my computer, there's a thing with the hard drive that gives me an error message, it's like 8479292, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, and they look at you with this little bit of hope, this little glint in their eye, just saying, please tell me there's some magic button I press like Control-Alt-Fuck-It and all the bad shit goes away. And when you explain to them, no, I don't know how to fix that problem, what do? They flip on you. they completely turn on. Oh, so you know nothing about computers. You're just an asshole. Why the hell did you waste my time telling me that you were a janitor? Who cleans computers, you know? When I first signed on today, from last night, oh God, I signed on from where I was from last night. Go figure, it was a goth club, right? First thing I hear when I'm in the club is the host saying, sorry we have to say goodbye to our amazing DJ. They always say that, but we have another amazing DJ that's on the way up. And I'm thinking, that's just such a typical tired thing to say. I want to hear an honest host just once who says, let's say goodbye to our amazing DJ, and we have another DJ on the way who unfortunately is a bit shit. Right, and then they play dubstep or something, and then you realize, oh God, she wasn't lying, he is shit. Like this comedian that we have on stage right now. Okay. Now, if anyone's interested, I'm taking a betting pool right now to see when Honey Boo Boo is going to become the youngest person ever to hit 1,000 pounds. The odds are good. 10 to 1, she's going to hit 1,000 pounds before she turns 15, 16 before she turns 20, 4 to 1 before she turns 25, but there's no payout before she turns 30. And none for afterwards, because she's probably not going to live that long anyway. The odds are good. Goodness knows genetics are there if you've ever seen Honey Boo Boo's mom. And the conditions are perfect. This is a family that has more money and deep fryers than they have common sense. By the way, Honey Boo Boo was acknowledged to be the youngest person who ever competed and won in the toddler rankings in a beauty competition while tipping the scale at more than 100 pounds. I think she's like 6 years old. Honey Boo Boo's mother and supporters said this was a victory for discrimination against obesity. Only in America does a only in America does a tragically obese child become a point of celebration rather than a tragedy.
Not the truth. It's not the truth.
No, I got a brand new kitten. I was telling everyone about that, and somebody sent me this hilarious picture of a kitten. I've got it. Nope. No, it's a real life kitten, not a breedable. Now somebody sent me this picture, and it's a very small thing. I'm gonna have to blow up this picture for you to see it right. This guy got a brand new kitten, and this is what it does. You're not gonna believe what this cat did. It got up there. He wasn't put up there. It climbed up there.
How did it do that?
That's what I don't know. I think maybe it climbed up the door and then onto the thing. But he's just sitting there going, I'd like to level up, please.
Down.
Oh, get him down. I got to tell you, though, when it comes that cat's turn to go outside, whoever owns this cat, I hope they own a ladder or they have really short trees in their neighborhood. And that's all I have for tonight, everybody.
Oh, bravo. Well done.
99, everyone.
Whoa, very nicely done. And that's the show, everybody. I hope you liked it. Now,
Run is in the house.
Dark Run's here.
so I gotta
Can't
tell you, Haley said something funny tonight. She says something funny most times. We were talking about how Gmails, the NSA reads your Gmails, and she said, thank God somebody's reading my goddamn Gmails.
Where am I?
We should all send the NSA a letter saying, thank you so much. Nobody else reads what I send them.
No one pays attention to me but you guys.
See, next time you're reading my emails, could you sort them, please? Could you decide what's spam and what's not? Yeah. And Harvard said, this is Harvard officials read faculty's emails, they said, but they concluded that those who searched the members' email accounts last year did so in good faith. Right. Yeah. Right,
Okay.
Sure. And I really like the guy who was the president of Harvard, as you know, is called Dr. Faust, as if you didn't need to know who that was when you're saying those comments. Anyhow, that's what happened there. And we have some jokes on mayors because, of course, New York is trying to find a mayor. They are trying to replace Bloomberg with somebody who sounds like Dinkins. But I was really shocked with this. The Los Angeles mayor who left recently, Mayor Villaraigosa or something. Do you know how to pronounce that, Haley? The L.A. mayor.
Bela Lugosi. Oh wait, now I can't do
Bela
it.
Lugosi?
Bela Lugosi.
Via Lugosa. Via
This was
Lugosa.
great.
That's right.
This is actually from him. He apologized to Muslim leaders who accused him of taking Israel's side in the war in Lebanon by saying, quote, "Folks, it behooves us all to remember that terrorists have feelings too." End of quote.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You gotta love how we're making friends around the world.
Spanish. We nailed him. Okay.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Yeah. So, anyhow, that's where that is. We have Tamara Hayden coming in tonight, by the way. in case you guys
Yay!
don't
That'll
know.
be
Yeah.
nice.
By the way, in that
Love
new
Tamara.
sexual harassment thing they're talking about, I mean, you won't be able to do the Helmrich maneuver with anybody. You just have to let them choke to death in the damn
You just have to let him choke.
Yeah. Sorry, can't touch you. No way. No way. No.
No.
Even if I say anything, you might file
You'll
a
have to
suit.
die.
Yeah. Isn't that
Just
great?
quietly ignore them while they die on the floor.
Anybody still have your new Linden home that they gave you on that little plot of land? You know, I mean, I went over there the other day. Nobody's been over there to mow, clean up. It's just a wreck now. It's like a
It's like a rental.
Yeah, the one next to me has beer cans outside on the grounds. It was incredible. Yeah. Now, it was Haley who talked me into Tiny Empires. For those of you who don't play, she said being a small blonde wasn't enough. Yeah, she also told me at one time, because she's a queen, right? Don't you love this? She said to me, I was too low to stand next to her. Something about if you're standing next to somebody, something you can get or not get or whatever. She said I could stand next to a chicken farmer if I wanted company. Is that it? Villa Ragosa. Go figure, right? Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Queen Haley's made some giant land purchases recently for everybody who's in her kingdom. Unfortunately, they're all in Iraq.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. The emperor called for a general vote recently. Said, should everyone rank of duke or above pay gold so the lowly rank and filthy can have a lunch break? You voted yes, you were out of the dukedom. Yeah, right. Yep. So, yeah. Oh, there was somebody. Yes, this was out here. This came from Charlize. Are you still here? This was great. If you think Wiener is the only one out there doing weird stuff, okay, here it is, just for you. Butler County man accused of having sex with pool float again.
Again. That's
Yeah,
his thing.
This is it.
Oh,
You got to hear this. He was convicted of public indecency 2 years ago for having sex with a pool toy. He's in trouble again. According to police report on June 15th, Taberta stepped out of his back door naked and was having sexual relations with a rubber pool float. I did not have sexual relations with that plastic.
I did
In
not have
2011,
sexual
he was
relations.
accused of having sex with a neighbor's pool float. And in 2002, a woman told police he did the same thing with an inflatable pumpkin in her yard.
He just lives in a neighborhood full of sex toys, doesn't he?
Yeah, see, so there you go. So, you know, I mean, this could be a relative of Wiener's. You don't know. In the family. Yeah. So happy you're all here. Yep. So, yeah, there's a lot of doping scandals going on. Yeah. What about that? Phew, unbelievable. Could you believe that? I also found this amazing. How many of you heard that Bentley is coming out with an SUV next year?
What?
Yep, they got a Bentley SUV. It's a 2015, comes out in 14, $200,000. Unbelievable. It looks like a Denali in denial. You got to see this thing. It's great. I mean, and it comes, it's 200,000 without the extras, Yeah,
Right.
and there's a lot of interesting extras that comes in the back if you want a whole thermal kit that'll fit in and keep your, picnic stuff. but it's really kind of pathetic. You got to take a look at it. It's really you can Google it and take a look at the new Bentley. And here's some things about it. It's positioned and priced well above the Porsche Cayenne, the Land Rover Range Rover, and interestingly, it's riding on a stretched and modified version of the VW Touareg and Porsche Cayenne platform.
Yeah,
So it's yeah. So it's really like a Lexus in disguise. Anyhow, yeah. So that's where that is. We had to use up some time. So relax, everybody. Okay, we got
All right.
another 15 minutes before Tamara starts singing. You
All
guys will all be happy. I like this. Funniest thing ever happened to them in Second Life. This person said, I found a Korean place where there was some Korean people talking in their own language. Wow. Couldn't you said they were
Ooh.
talking in Korean? What is that? Were they talking in their own language, a different language? Anyhow, this is the Second Life. He said I was like, hello, hi, Korean people, etc. I was getting no response. Then I just randomly typed Gangnam Style. Seconds later, all their avatars started to do gang style and dance style dance and play the song.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
You
that's
gotta love
funny.
it, right? Yeah,
Gangnam
So that's-
Style. Doom.
Gangnam Style. Yeah. So anyhow, some other things that I thought were interesting here. Here's a modest proposal. Anyhow, there's a lot of things. Okay. Let's see if I can find this and make sure I'm not losing where I am in my place. And that we already did. We don't need to talk about that. And that we haven't done. All right, let's go to that then. So it's going to be a bad day if you wake up face down on the pavement, right? So it's going to be a bad day in Second Life if you res into us and you don't recognize anybody. You come in and you got no friends left. Wouldn't that be something? All your friends just freaking deleted you when you were gone.
Oh.
All my
Yeah.
friends, no.
Yeah, here's another one. In First Life it's going to be a bad day when you put your bra on backwards and it fits better.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, in Second Life you put on mesh and you go, holy crap, I got to stop eating chocolate. Anyhow.
You got parts of you sticking out where you didn't know you had parts.
It's going to be a bad day in First Life when you put on the clothes you wore home from last night's party and there aren't any. You voted for one of them. I'm sorry, I didn't get that right. Yeah. It's going to be a bad day in Second Life when you're TPing to a party and you spill your glass of wine in First Life. How many have ever spilled something while they're in Second Life and First Life?
Oh,
Hasn't
tons of
everybody done
times.
that?
Yeah.
One of you guys made me laugh so hard I had a glass of red wine in my hand, and boy, did I have maroon walls. It was quite something. Yeah, so anyhow, I'm not going to take you through all my pregnancy and stuff, but let's see what we got that's not funny. Yeah, that's not funny. That's not funny. Well, we could use up a whole bunch of time and not funny.
Tamara Hayden is in
Look
the
at
house.
That whole next thing is on Republicans. None of that's funny. What?
Tamara Hayden is in the house.
He's in the house. That's great. Is she in the bed yet?
Yay. We love her.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend of mine. She was visiting another SLer, used her computer to log on. You know what the first thing she said? She said, I think I left my inventory at home on my computer.
Oh.
Yep. How many of you remember your first skin? Does everybody remember your first skin? Don't you remember
Yes,
how happy you
I
were
still
when you
have
got
it.
that first skin?
Oh, I
You
do.
still have it?
I'm wearing it.
You're wearing it, huh?
Oh, God.
He's wearing it, just has a few more wrinkles in it. Did.
Man.
Go figure.
Okay, a lot more wrinkles, but
Yeah. The reason men love Second Life so much is they can shop for Christmas gifts on Christmas.
Men do that in real life, too.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
If anything's open.
Well, that's out of hand. Talk about that.
Perfume at the drugstore. Are you
Yeah.
Oh,
kidding?
God.
Don't
I've
you
done
think
that.
Having a smoking section in a restaurant is a little like having a peeing section in a pool?
Ooh.
You know,
That's a great.
friends help you move, but real friends
Yeah.
help you move dead bodies. Yeah. You know, with computers, every morning is the dawn of a new era. ERROR. People have the right to be stupid, but just some abuse that privilege, don't you think?
Yep. Right here.
Yeah. I hear they're going to have a whole new thing. Join the army, meet interesting people, kill them. Yeah. You know, a marriage certificate is just another name for a work permit.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so funny. So,
I
hey,
don't
how
know.
many have had some fun with all this stuff up here advanced? Oh, I'm vibrating through somebody, and it's kind of fun. What does high-res snapshot mean? Does anybody know? I mean, do you mean our regular snapshots suck? Did they set us up
Yes.
for like limited select distance? So you're supposed to have high-res snapshots? Is that right?
Yep.
Quiet
they're doing.
snapshots to disk. Well, I like them loud so the people in the other apartment can wonder what the hell's going on.
High-res snapshots are supposed to be better quality, but Haley can't see them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at this,
Problem with that
performance
sound
tools.
effect.
Leg meter. They have a leg meter. That's great.
Yes.
Yep, leg. I wonder how many legs you can see with that meter. And show weight of avatars. That's good. I look at that. I've never looked at that one before. And what's
Show
this
weight of
highlighting?
avatars, really?
What is cheesy beacons?
I have
Does
no
anybody
idea.
know what cheesy beacons are? I mean, why would they call it cheesy beacons?
I do. I know
I
what
did
cheesy
too.
It always made me
beacons are.
hungry when I looked that up.
I know what
You know what it is? What is it?
I know what they
Haley.
are. They're
Haley, please.
fatter. They're fatter beacons.
Oh.
So when you like, if I was mapping you, and you were like across a sim where there was an entrance point, like the beacon would show me where you are, and it would be fatter.
Oh, well, there you
Oh,
go.
makes it more noticeable.
Haley, that's so interesting
Yep.
that you know this stuff. By the way, did you know under help there's a user's guide? Did anybody ever press that to see what came up?
Whoa.
No. Why would we do that?
No.
You know?
I had cheesy beans.
And I like in
It's
the
a
same little
starter
section this report abuse, report a bug. Shouldn't they be about the same? And what is a support portal? I've never pressed that. Has anybody ever pressed the support portal? Under help?
No.
I'm pressing it now. Support portal. Press F1. Okay. So I love all this
for
stuff.
nothing to happen.
Don't use the user's guide. We don't ask for directions in Second Life either. And then there's pathfinding. There's all sorts of stuff. Some people know this stuff, okay? And yeah,
Some people
know what
went
that
to
is?
classes when they came to Second Life.
some people
Alright.
went to classes. Well, what is this bulk? You know, upload bulk. Okay, if I try to upload 5 pictures, it ends up uploading each one anyhow for 10. It's not a real bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No price
Give them
break.
a discount.
It just means you don't
But-
have
but
to
if-
go through the trouble of uploading
But
them
if you
individually.
upload them individually and you keep it open too long, you'll crash.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh.
that does happen.
Yeah.
See, this is stuff that
So if you-
people in here you didn't know, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know either. So, hey, Tamara, I'm going to come off the stage. I know it took you a little time last time to get all that stuff that you have. You know, you're a wealthy, spectacular woman, and shoot, you can't just, I'll come off the stage for a minute. Come on, here we go, and then you can just get on the stage and res that expensive equipment you have. Whatever. Did you see the stage? How'd you like this? The July 22nd, which is the same day that the royal family had their baby, is also known as...
Yes.
Yeah, did you know it's also known as Casual Pie Day? Yeah, that's what's down below, yes.
Casual
Actual pie
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to formal pie?
Yeah, it's called Pie Approximation Day also. Oh, look at her. She looks so beautiful.
3.14.5.